whispers, listen close. I know you've never strayed from the fold, but that's how freedom begins. Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Burn your bridges, make your choice. Fight your demons, raise your voice. They're only silent if we're making noise. So let the battle begin. Bended knees and broken bones, a bleeding heart never bleeds alone. I am one of many cries. We are far from the ashes. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution. Rise up, break the cage, be the lion, be the storm, be the strike of the lightning. Rise with the dawn, rage like the sun. This is what we came for. Revolution.
So we got a little bit of a problem. We had some bats move in, probably, I don't know, somewhere within the last week, into the attic, right above where the bedroom is. So at night you hear a bunch of scratching and ruckus. But obviously bats are sensitive to light. They try and shove it in to the hole that the bats are going into. And then in theory, they won't go back in after they leave tonight because it's too light. They're looking for a dark, warm place. So I'm hoping with the length of the light and the ladder and reaching up there, I can at least get a tip of it in. If we can get the tip in, we should be in good shape. All right, so what we're trying to do here is build a compost bin for Lisa. And it appears I didn't feel like talking to the camera this day, so instead of just making you listen to music, I thought maybe if I give a little explanation so you knew what I was doing. I'm not sure if you watched we did a video on building a pretty big greenhouse at our Washington property, I don't know, more than a year ago. So I'm kind of using that same theory with these T-posts to help hold up these 2x4s that I screwed together. So once I get those up, then you see that gray piece of wood laying on the ground there. I'm going to take that, and it's just an offcut from the sawmill, and those are going to be the sides that will actually hold the whole thing together. Wait for the saw cut here. Bada bing, bada boom. So in any case, somebody had given us a really good idea that instead of cutting up these offcuts for firewood, which doesn't really serve as the best firewood anyway, admittedly, to use them for the side of the woodshed. And that was a really good idea. So even though I don't have any left, we got a few left. That's what I'm going to use for building the this little compost bin, just to see if it works there. So anyway, it's just going to be a lot of rinse and repeat from here. But there is some good entertainment. So now that I watch this, watch out. So I'm thinking maybe I should just narrate this whole thing like it's a sports event, because it's pretty entertaining. You know when you're kind of having a bad day and just trying to make things work and just everything keeps falling apart? just keep plugging away. Hit the record on the video because you'll watch it later and think it's absolutely entertaining. But anyway, I'm going to make sure everything is level best I can. May as well do look out, be careful. Oh, jeez. Anyway. Oh, dear. We're going to get that thing back up there. Start screwing things together so they stop falling apart. So in any case, go get yourself some hot chocolate or something. I'm going to keep finishing this this compost bin. So when Lisa comes back to Alaska with me, she'll have her compost bin that she's always dreamt of. And there you go. So thanks for hanging out, watching me build this compost bin. Yes, it's short, and yes, it's going to take a little bit to build it up. And yes, that is all the offcuts that I had left. Getting desperate with these little guys here. But we got to put together somewhat level. And then I'm going to take that top thing off. I don't know if it's going to show here. And we're going to move on to the next thing. Much more entertaining and fun. All right, you guys, today is rainy, sunny, and cool. It is fascinating. It is August, I think 23rd-ish, 46 degrees. It is so much like fall. It is crazy, like mid-fall, getting into winter pretty quick. So, just getting used to that. So what I'm doing today, in the covered porch, Lisa likes to call the Arctic entry. There's a hole up there that birds, squirrels, anything could get into and make a nest in the insulation right above the house. So that's not okay. Additionally, whoever cut that open is just a sheet of plywood, which I guess is good because now I can see that the beam at the very top is not supported by anything. How it didn't fall down last winter with snow load, no idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some old tongue and groove across to close that up, and then I'm going to see if I can find a 4x4 to use as a brace for that to give it some rigidity. It isn't going to look good, but my only goal right now is just to get that hole covered up so critters can't fly, crawl in there, and then give support for this beam so that we won't come back next spring and see the whole thing just collapsed. So that's what's up. looks like garbage. Holes filled in. It's got to hold it better than the plywood did. See if we can find us a 4x4, huh? Okay, so when I was looking for a 4x4 to go up and down here, I found a hole. And see if I can uncover it. I don't know if you can see it. There's a perfect little hole there that mice have been going in and out. How hard is it to just cover this up? It's just me. Just me. So we're going to spread that out. Yep, Maria's like, I smell mice. I know what that smell is. And then I'm going to cut this. And we're going to put that right over the top. Oh my gosh. Seriously? I've got a screwdriver and break that. So we've got a nice flush fit. So those mice can't sneak in this winter. Oh, that's so bad. So bad. Alright, well, classic. I forgot to hit record. But if you're wondering what I was talking about when I said I need a 4x4 there, just for clarification, there it is. So during the winter, if we get a ton of snowfall and there's a lot of weight coming down, my concern was that was not going to hold it at all. So we don't want to come back in the spring with the whole thing collapsed. This should give it enough support over the winter so that it doesn't do that. Temporary fix. Temporary fix. Temporary band-aid. What's up, everybody? Welcome to my secret little spot in the woods. It's not very far off into the woods. So what we're going to do is we're going to build a bougie backcountry outhouse. I just came up with that. We were going to put it somewhere a little bit different, but then I found this little spot that's kind of tucked away. A little more privacy when you're having a private moment. Seems to be good. So anyway, I've got things kind of laid out rough, so I didn't have to start all over again before we got recording and brought you guys in. So now you're in on the secret. So we're going to, it's not a secret, by the way. So now we're going to build this. It's going to be 2 sections, 8 feet by 8 feet, just to keep the lumber simple is really the math on that, not for any other reason. Minimum cutting, minimum waste is a good thing. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I haven't decided if one section is going to be open with like a sink or if they're both going to be enclosed rooms. Like the further into the woods we get here, the more mosquitoes we have to worry about. So there's that. So if they're going to both be enclosed, or the original plan was one's going to be like a room, like a bathroom with just the toilet, and then the other was going to be a sink with a big open, like just against the wall. And anyway, so we'll see what we end up doing, but nonetheless, I need the frame that's got the 8 by 8 and 8 by 8. So we're just doing it one piece at a time. And all I'm trying to get done right now is just level it out. Step 1. Oh. Need my bricks. Need my bricks. those in. Should be good. Today, I'm doing something I am completely not skilled at doing and don't even like doing because it makes my brain. So we need to cut a bird's mouth, bird's nest, bird's something cut in this rafter, this 2x6 that goes at the top of the outhouse. So I've spent the last hour and a half drawing 2 lines. Well, to be fair, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lines. Trying to make sure I do it right because I don't want to waste anything. I'm not going to cut both ends. I'm just going to do one, put it back up, and see what I've got. I'm not going to tell you how to do it because I don't know how to do it. I'm totally guessing. Something about 3.5 on the speed square. Something about pitch. 612, 512, something 12 pitch. Figure it out. That's the only thing I'm good at doing is figuring things out one little piece at a time. Looks good. Right, for those that are curious, if you haven't already turned it off, you might be curious. All I've done is I took the speed square, I do know that, I put the corner where it says pivot, and then I went to 3.5 because somebody mentioned 3.5 on a YouTube video somewhere. Voodoo magic. I don't know. I'm going to go double check, make sure that this works, and if this fits all the way across, then I'm going to use this as my template, mark the rest of them, and alright, so my game plan is I'm going to cut 2x6s to go in between these rafters instead of doing a 1x2 across. I think it's going to be more stable if I do those and then offset them so I can either nail or screw them in. So I'm going to measure the back, and then they'll all, in theory, they'll all be even all the way from the front to the back, so they'll all be straight. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is I'm going to measure the distance from the back that's already set. I've only nailed the fronts, or the complete sides at this end, if that makes sense, so they don't just fall off. The other ones will have a little bit of wiggle room. So anyway, that's what's next.